Campbell Newman joins me now from the Ithaca Creek State School in the Ashgrove electorate. Campbell Newman, we invited you on at this stage of our coverage just to give you the opportunity for an early declaration if you wanted to take it up.
Thanks, Kerry, but I like to see what happens when they open those ballot boxes. Been around politics for a few years now, and sometimes electors serve up a few surprises, so I'll keep my powder dry for a while yet.
But the ballot box is now closed. Obviously, we don't expect you to be rash at this last minute, but nonetheless, it is quite obvious by now that this is going to be a big result for your side of politics.
It does sound like the people of Queensland have voted for change fairly significantly. The extent of that will become apparent, obviously, in the next hour and a half to 2 hours. I'll be watching very, very closely, of course, but I'll reserve sort of my comments until we know what's really gone on there.
Just tell me this, what will you hope, what do you hope will be the mark of a first-term Campbell Newman?
Well, it's really what we've been saying. It's about our commitments, Kerry. It's about really getting the economy going. It's about getting well on the way to achieving 4% unemployment. It's actually getting other sectors of the economy other than mining going. Agriculture, tourism, construction, incredibly important for this state. It will be about the cost of living measures to save families a lot of money, and there's a raft of taxes, public transport fees and charges that we want to actually see reduced. We want to give those savings back to families that are hurting right now. So all those things will be delivered over the next 3 years, plus a major restructuring of government to return accountability and get back to proper Westminster ministerial accountability.
I can't imagine that the seat of Ashgrove has ever had the attention before that has been focused on it in this campaign. Was there ever a point, I know that the polls at times were moving around, but you must have done your numbers very carefully before you embarked on this course. Was there ever a point when you were genuinely worried that you might not win it?
Oh, there are a few times there, Kerry, to be perfectly honest about it, but I did always believe that the result in Ashgrove would mirror the overall state result, and I'm assuming that's going to be the case tonight, that people ultimately would vote for change. The real thing I say this evening to the people of Ashgrove straight away, while I've got the opportunity, is thank you for your forbearance and your patience. You have had a lot of people in your face, a lot of stuff thrust into your letterboxes. I know you're going to enjoy the coming weeks and months being free from political sort of campaigning. So thank you, Ashgrove. Whatever the result this evening, thank you for putting up with us all.
You became the target of an intense negative campaign from Labor, certainly in the more recent weeks. Was there a point where that was hurting you personally?
I think it was hurting for a time there, but thankfully we got through that period, and I think then obviously I think the case shows that that has hurt the Labor Party, and I think ultimately there does need to be a debate after this election's well and truly put to bed about the way we conduct ourselves in our campaigns in future, all sides of politics. I don't think this sort of thing should happen in the future. It's just gone way too far.
And tell me, how closely have you been studying the parliamentary rule book?
Well, there's plenty of time for that, but
I don't know about that.
I'm just delighted.
I think you'll find you'll be under scrutiny from the minute you walk into that chamber.
Well, I've been there before, Kerry. You see, I was elected by the people of Brisbane as an outsider back in 2004, 8 years ago, almost to the week, and that was a very steep learning curve too on things like that. So I'm relishing the challenge if that indeed is the result tonight, and I know all the members of the team that get elected this evening will be relishing that challenge. But it's really ultimately about the outcomes that Queenslanders expect.
Campbell Newman, thanks for taking the time to have this chat at this stage of the night. Thanks.
Thanks.